Now we're going to dive into the core concepts of CSS. These are the fundamental ideas that you'll need to understand in order to write and control styles effectively. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and it's the language used to control how a website looks. It works by applying styles to HTML elements so you can control things like colors, layout, and overall design. Every CSS rule follows a basic structure. You have a selector, a property, and a value. The selector targets an HTML element, like a paragraph. The property is what you want to change, such as color. And the value defines how it should look, like blue. So together, these tell the browser exactly what to style and how to do it. Here's important things to remember. CSS rules are made up of declarations. Each declaration ends with a semicolon. Multiple declarations go inside of curly braces. CSS is read from top to bottom, and even small syntax errors can break your styling, so attention to detail is important. Some common beginner mistakes include missing semicolons, forgetting curly braces, misspelling properties, and using incorrect units like px, percent, or m. These small errors can prevent your styles from working properly. Selectors are what you use to target elements. You can target all paragraphs using an element selector, a specific group using a class, or a unique element using an ID. Each type gives you a different level of control. Properties define what you want to change. Some common beginner properties include color, background color, font size, font family, margin, and padding. These are the building blocks of styling. Values tell the browser exactly how the property should appear. For example, colors can be written as names, like red, or using hex codes, such as FF0000, or even RGB values. Different value types give you flexibility in design. Think of CSS like ordering food. The property is what you're ordering, like a drink. The value is your choice, like coffee. So properties define what to style, and values define how it should look. When multiple styles target the same element, CSS uses hierarchy called specificity to decide which one wins. In general, IDs are more specific than classes, and classes are more specific than elements. More specific rules override more general ones. Selectors range from very broad to very specific. The universal selector targets everything, while element selectors target tags like divs or paragraphs. Classes are more specific, and IDs are even more specific. We also have things like attribute selectors, pseudo-classes, and finally inline styles. Inline styles go in line or in the HTML code, and they're the most specific of all. CSS assigns a numerical value to each selector type. Inline styles have the highest value, followed by IDs, then classes, and finally elements. This scoring system determines which styles are applied and which ones override other styles. In this example, multiple selectors target the same paragraph. Even though there are several rules, the ID selector wins because it has the highest specificity. So the final color in this example would be red. You can combine selectors to increase specificity. For example, combining a class and an element makes this rule more specific than just using one. The higher the total specificity, the more priority the rule has. If two rules have the same specificity, the one written last will be applied. This is called the cascade. It's another key part of how CSS works. Some CSS properties are inherited from parent elements. For example, if you set a text color on the body, all the text inside will inherit that color unless it's overridden. We also have the important rule. The important rule overrides normal specificity rules. It forces a style to be applied, but be aware that you should use this sparingly because it can make your code harder to manage. To summarize priority, important is the highest, followed by inline styles, IDs, classes, elements, and finally the universal selector. Understanding this order helps you debug styling issues. In this example, multiple rules are applied to the same element. Even though some combined selectors have higher values than others, the ID selector still wins because it has the highest overall specificity. So in this example, the final color would be red. As a best practice, use classes for most of your styling. Avoid overusing IDs and important. And keep your selectors simple and predictable so your code stays clean and easy to manage.